Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn and I am glad you're here. If I am acting like a giddy little schoolgirl, that's because I am. Now, what I think I'm going to put as the title of the video may have given you a clue as to what today is going to happen. There's a few things that I want to cover. So there's going to be some crochet, there's going to be some chatting, there's going to be some sewing, there's going to be some chatting. Basically, overall, just a chatty type Sunday, which you'll be seeing this tomorrow on Monday, but it's what I'm doing today. Now, if you're new, welcome. I warn you, just the very first thing, I love to talk. Right now, that's more of what I'm doing than showing like finished products, like with my bags or finished projects. There's not a whole lot of that going on right now because of my limitations with my arm and my left side. But stick around if you want to see what I'm about. I will get back to my regular content as I heal and as I get better use back of my arm and my leg. But for now, just hang out with me. And if you are a returning viewer, you know you have my heart. Straight up, plain Jane, you have my heart. Now, I am freezing. If it's not cold where you are in the world, good. Share some with me. It is, I think it was 39 when I looked a minute ago. I think it was. There's other parts of the country that's getting snow. I'm getting your southern cousin. I'm getting the dreary, yucky rain. See, I tried something new today. This is my normal tea that I have almost 2 to 3 times a day now because I'm just so eternally cold. I don't know if that was like a ramification of the concussion that I am so much colder than I have been, but I keep my blanket on me. And it could be a movement thing, right? So anyway, I have my tea, but I did not bring it up to a full boil. And taste-wise, it still seems like, since I did steep it for about the same amount of time, taste-wise, it seems perfect. All right, and if y'all hear me sniffling, I am sorry. I will have a tissue. Oh, speaking of my tissues, so this is what I got in the hospital, and I thought it was so blasted cute. It's just Medline. It's the typical thing they give you when you get put in your room. But it looks like, it just reminds me of stitches. You know, on the different little things. But today is the first day I am having to use it because I wanted to keep it in here because it is colder in this room. And I have not pulled the trigger and brought my little space heater in. We bought a couple years ago, actually more than a couple years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, when my husband kept complaining he was cold and the rest of the house was hot. We bought him 2 ceramic space heaters. See, this is so much better because I can drink it as we talk versus waiting for it to cool off. Because usually I will put off my filming until I can get close to drinking it. But today, this might be my new way of doing it. Yes, I'm a goober. I'm a goofy goober, as my kids used to say. Oh, and look, I am wearing real clothing. Don't get me wrong. My dresses are real clothing, but I actually have a pair of my, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I have a pair of my sweatpants on. And the big, baggy, comfy sweatpants. The good news is about it is I've lost enough weight to where they're super baggy on me, so it's easy for me to pull them up one-handed. And I am wearing a long sleeve shirt because it is cold. And not to mention that my Georgia Bulldogs played the SEC championship last night against Alabama, and we won. There's a lot of different factors playing into that. Some of the injuries, but we had injuries on both sides, so I'm not going to say that that's the only reason we won. There were some bad calls on both sides. There were some great calls on our side. So, you know, let me tell you though, as an avid college football fan, if I would have had some wine last night, I would have been drinking me a glass of wine. I was so stressed out. Because I thought we had won a SEC championship against Alabama. But apparently we have not. We have won SEC championships, but we have not won against Alabama. Apparently until last night. So. But, you know, I have to represent my dogs whenever I can anyway. And the long sleeve I was wearing yesterday, which it was my intentions to wear this on game day, but I forgot yesterday was game day. Until like 5 minutes before 4 o'clock, my husband's like, baby, can you turn the TV? And I was watching YouTube of all things. And sure enough, we were playing. Well, they were gearing up for us to play. Okay, now on to yarn stuff. I don't know how long I've been chatting about nonsense stuff. Well, nothing is nonsense for me. It all means something. Oh, poo. I didn't bring my... I was gonna work on my the hexagon cardie, but I didn't bring my tension ring in here with me. And it's a lot of junk to get all the way back in there right now. I will try it without it. Wish me luck. Shannon, I have been enjoying those things. Now, I have done a couple different ones for a couple different fingers. And it works pretty good. I can't complain. But if y'all notice, I am doing the Hexie Cardie with the white winter or white water. White water. That got the most votes. Though, going by, you know, suggestions and my own wants, I did decide, and if you're new here, I had asked for opinions on the I don't remember how to do this now since I've been doing it so much with the with the tension ring. I forgot how I tension my own finger. But anyway, so let me see if I can get that tucked in. I am doing both, okay? And it's pretty much the same project as far as my left hand goes. That, let's see if maybe I do it like this. I'm having to figure it out now since I don't have the tension ring on how I'm going to do this. But it's pretty much the same project because it's granny stitches, you know. All right. My hand is still a little bit damp because when I was making my cup of tea, all right, that might not be the way I do it. Hold on. Why is it that something as simple as putting this stupid yarn over my finger is not coming back to me? That's okay. It's not going to ruin my day. I am going to insert a clip at the end of this video. Sorry if you heard that slurp. Not necessarily the end of the video, but okay, hold on. Y'all give me a second. All right. So if I do it like that, see if I can mimic it with this finger. I mean, I have to pull that finger over. Okay, so if I do like that, it goes under. Okay, that's what I did a second ago. And then I loop it back over. Okay. But like I said, my hand is damp because I got some honey on it, on my right hand. And it's very hard to wash just this hand. So I have been using my left hand as like an enabler. Why is that? That just don't feel like it's the right way. So let me go the opposite way. Let's see if that's the way. I don't know. It just feels like it is still damp. And I don't think it is. But anyway. If you're new here and you're like, what is this chick doing? Y'all, I am just trying to exist and keep my sanity. I am learning how to... I have been learning how to do things one-handed. Yeah, that's super tight. Okay, I wonder if I can just take it underneath that and see if that'll do for today. Ah! Okay, well, that's apparently what I need to do. I don't need to loop it around my my pinky finger today. But I have learned, like I said in the title, if I do choose the title that I think I'm going to choose, I have learned how to crochet and sew with one hand. Now, I have been using tools that you, my lovely subscribers, have sent to me. One being the tension rings. Shannon, thank you. I appreciate that. Like I said, it is a blessing. And I have used the... Hold tight. As y'all can see, oh, I still have my light on back here. I have been doing my liners. I have been sewing them this morning. And I do have a video of that, so I'll show y'all that you sent me. And I don't know if you want to have your name mentioned, so I'm just going to say thank you. And it has really... I knew I needed to do this video today because it is Sunday. And y'all are going to be wanting to watch something tomorrow. I have another video filmed, which I probably will show you Thursday. I'm kind of conflicted on whether I want to do it or not. Normally, I don't follow the crowd. And this is, I don't think this is me following the crowd. Ooh, this is getting way too tight. Oh, that's why. It was hung up in the thing. But all right. I was thinking about, I vetoed the idea with myself and never recorded this particular video, but I was going to do, since I really have no true projects to show y'all, I have been looking at a lot of things. And I was like, what if I compile a lot of different gift giving ideas, right? And then I thought, no, that's a trend I'm not going to follow. Because while I was thinking about doing that, all of these things started popping up on my YouTube feed. So there is a ton out there. And I don't know that I would have anything new to add to that. So I'm thinking, why do it? Yes, I know those things get tons of views, and yes, it does earn you money. But I'm like, there's plenty out there. Who says what I can put together will be any better or any different than what others have out there? Plus, to me, gift giving, any handwork, handmade items are maker and recipient specific. So yes, I could do like a generalized idea of what you could do, but and this is not, maybe new makers might benefit from it, but it wasn't enough. I talked myself out of it, essentially. It's like I overthought it and talked myself out of it. Well, that was before I decided to make the video I did make on another subject, which is really, really hot right now. And I only did that. Ha! Did y'all see that? I happened to catch it. I didn't even look on, I wasn't even watching the video. I mean, it's not something I caught after the fact. But my wrist did that. And it wasn't, I was talking to you and not even paying attention to it. But I just happened to see it. Anyway, I think that I'm not a fad follower. I'm not a trend follower. I'm not a trendsetter, definitely. My channel would be so much bigger if I was. But I'm just me. Sharing my life, sharing my makes, you know, with y'all. And I'm loving it. So I don't want to be... I mean, I do watch a lot of different stuff. Oh, speaking of, this YouTube recap, that's something new. I didn't even know about it until I seen Jennifer posting about it. I seen a video of hers this morning, actually, talking about the recap, and I went and looked, and guess who was my very first person? I put it on my community post. It was Cinnamon Stitches. Imagine that. I'm surprised Llama Mama Kayla did not show up, but it didn't. It was Cinnamon Stitches. I'm only going to share my top 3 because the last 2 are outliers. One of them was Jordan Fabrics, but that's... I haven't watched as much lately, and that's one of the reasons why I wasn't going to include it on that screenshot that I took, because I adore Matt, but and this just might be me, but when I am watching the videos anymore, seeing someone else other than Donna making the quilt, I don't know. It just... I will still do token watches, and by that I mean, because a lot of the stuff is something that Donna has already done, and Matt will include parts of that in the video, and that's fine. That's wonderful for him. And I'm glad her family has these videos that they can watch when they want to, you know, visit with Mom and visit with Donna, so to speak. But I don't know. I will leave them playing, even if I'm not actively watching it, so that Matt and them can get the views. And I know it's retarded for me to think that one person makes a difference, but if one person thinks that, And then 1,000 people think that. And then 5,000 people think that. Do you know what I'm saying? So I still will give them my views. I just don't actively watch much anymore. But anyway, back to what I was saying. On my recap, the top 3 were Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches, Kelsey at Passionate Kelsey, and Charlie at The Stitchery, which it really surprised me that it wasn't her second channel, but her main channel that showed up, because she has the 2 channels. And I do love her creativity, and I love the fact that she takes us through whether she succeeds or fails in whatever she's doing. But I also like the chit-chatty type stuff on her second channel. Imagine that, me liking a chit-chatty channel, right? But it also says that I have watched, I think, over 1,000 videos this year, which is 2 times as much as the average person. But you also have to think, when is it showing that, when is that dynamic? When did I spike up? Was it after my hospitalization? You know, when I was kind of sitting here like this? And I think that's probably when most of my algorithm, or most of this recap, grabbed me. If you're interested, leave me a community post and show me what your recap says. If you're interested, you don't have to. If you want to just write a list, or, you know, I'm just interested because I also watch a lot of homesteaders. I watch DIY. You know, it's not only fiber arts, whether it's yarn, crochet, knitting, or sewing. It's other stuff. But none of that made it in, and I was really surprised. Now, it did when it was saying that, you know, you have varied interest and whatnot. But when it actually came to the amount of views and videos that I have done, it was crochet and sewing. Or crochet, knitting, and sewing. Imagine that. Well, that's mainly what my channel is. So I'm not shocked that that's the bulk of what I watch. You know, like is drawn to like, right? But it's like when I couldn't do it, I wasn't watching as much. Or, yeah. But as I've started back, okay, so let me revise that. My main channels, and another person I'm surprised it didn't show on there is Hannah, because I watch all of Hannah's, but it might be because Jennifer, Kelsey, and Charlie post a lot, and Hannah posts every other week, I think. I've never actually paid attention to how often Hannah post. Okay, you know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. I will be glad when this left hand goes back to normal so that I can start doing my pencil grip again. Because this knife grip, it hurts this wrist. This right wrist. The shoulder's actually done pretty good. It's kind of gotten with the program. Of course, my right arm is looking a little bit more muscular than normal. I mean, not severely, because, let's face it, I'm still not doing a whole lot. But it's... this little muscles over here, sad to say, they're just deflating quickly. Which, oh, and in the last video, I said it was December 5th. It wasn't. My calendar had not been changed because, you know, y'all know I can't change it by myself. So when my daughter-in-law was over here the other day, I'm like, can you change my calendar? I'm sitting here talking on a video and I said it was December 5th. Only realized later that the calendar was still on November. So, yeah. Today is actually December 7th. So I actually have it right today. And y'all didn't even see that video on the 5th. You seen it on the 4th. I'm surprised nobody called me out on that one. If you saw it and chose not to call me out on it, thank you. I mean, I wouldn't have been mad even if you had called me out on it, because it's a blooper and I didn't catch it. I didn't even catch it as I sent it to my son. Oh, well. Anyway, I am really liking the ombre look of this. Oh, all right. So this yarn, I'm sure it requires a eye hook. Yep, it's a US 8 5mm. But I started in the center with the eye hook, and it feels very, very stiff. So I went and grabbed my Clover and Moore 6mm J hook. And I'm tight right now. When I get my normal grip back and everything, I'm sure my tension will go back to normal. But it is still a little tight. And I think with this hook, it's going to go well. Because I didn't want to make it too stiff. So that, I was telling my daughter-in-law, I was like, I had to switch hooks because I didn't want it to be standing up. I didn't want it to be a cardigan that stood up on its own, you know. She started laughing at me. Of course, my daughter-in-law laughs at a lot of my jokes. I'm not really sure if they're all that funny or she just loves me that much, but I'm a goober. Told you that. Anyway, I'm excited to get started on this. I don't know when I'm going to finish it, and I'm not in a super big hurry, because even though my shoulder is getting more used to this, it's the wrist that's really irritating me. But now that I tried this morning, and I know I got my little tool Tuesday, my little sewing gift. Oh, and speaking of, I have something coming from Amazon. It showed me on my informed delivery, and I looked at the Amazon that I share with my son to make sure that he wasn't expecting a package. So it's sitting in my mailbox. Apparently it was delivered around 2 o'clock yesterday. So I have no clue what that puppy is. But my husband doesn't want me driving, so I haven't driven down to my mailbox. Oh, but, okay. So, there's a lot of sews in this video. You will get what I'm laughing at, because I'm corny. You know, I said that in the little clip that I will be inserting in a little bit, which I need to go ahead and insert it because I keep talking about it. I'll get to that in a minute. Thursday night? Yes, it was Thursday night. I'm texting back and forth with my daughter-in-law. And the reason I didn't have any wine yesterday to have a glass of wine during the game is because I drank the glass of wine Thursday. I do like me some Merlot. But I was texting my daughter, and, you know, we had went to town Thursday for my grandson's fun day instead of going Friday, which it was raining when we went Thursday, but it didn't rain until we got to town, so we thought we were clear. And he ended up not being able to play outside, but that's fine. He found a little buddy in the library, in their little interactive room that he spent an hour and a half playing with, so he was fine. But anyway, when we were leaving and coming back down my driveway, I guess I made her feel bad because I said, I miss walking. I miss my morning walk with Maya up and down the driveway. And then I miss the exercise because me and Maya would walk the driveway, come back, which is a mile. It's because it's a half a mile long driveway. So I would get that walking in, and then I would come back and work out. And work out here at home. I mean, I don't have a gym membership or anything, but I miss that. And I said as much in the car Thursday twice. So when we're talking Thursday night, she's like, well, when you're ready, if you want to walk down your driveway, I'll do it with you. So that I'll be there. Because I told her, when she first mentioned it, I was like, yeah, no. Mike would get upset with me. And she's like, well, I'll be there so that you don't hurt yourself. Y'all know that I told you I had walked around Walmart with my walker. And it hurt me afterwards. Oh, it hurt me afterwards. But I was very proud of the fact that I'd done it. It was a necessity thing, but I had done it. And I'm here to tell you. Okay, I'm jumping ahead. So Thursday night, we're talking about this through text, and Friday, she texted me, said, so are we going to do this? And I'm like, actually, yeah, we're going to do this. And I admitted to her, I was like, because honestly, I thought that Merlot was making me stupid and brave or overconfident and stuff. Because what she had said, I bargained with this girl. I bargained with her. Because to me, going up to the first pole is not very much. It's about, I want to guesstimate about 300 feet from my front door to the first power pole up my driveway. And when she had suggested that, I'm like, no, I want to do the second pole. Of course I want to do the second pole. Right? I don't want to go easy. And I started laughing really hard, and my husband's like, what are you laughing at? And I told him, I think I told him. I don't know. I love red wine, but yeah, it affects my memory. Without a concussion. I'm kidding, y'all. I have to joke about this, but I'm pretty sure I know he asked me later what I was laughing about, but I'm pretty sure it was then that he asked me too. So I told him, and like I figured, he didn't like the idea. But I am to the point now to where I'm doing this. So I told him, and he's like, don't you think that's a little too much? And I was like, okay, fine. You know what? I texted Kat back and I said, fine, the first pole. We'll do just the first pole. But I'm telling you, if it doesn't hurt me, I'm going to want to do the second pole. So Friday, you know how I said we went to town Thursday so that the baby could have Friday fun day, not in the rain, right? Uh-oh, I think I have a knot. No, I can't lose my hoop. Hang tight. I got to get my needle nose. Anyway. We are texting back and forth Friday morning, and my husband's like, y'all are going to walk in the rain? Yep. You know why? They make umbrellas for a reason. Correct? So, okay, I don't know how. Let's see if I can't pull this one little spot. But anyway, so she says, okay, let me get Brantley ready. And I says, does Brantley want to stay in the house with Papa? She's like, oh no, Brantley wants to walk with Grandma. I said, okay, baby can walk with us. I have 3 umbrellas. We have this. So when she got down here, needle nose pliers for the win. Needle nose are coming in handy today. But anyway, sorry y'all. I know that I keep doing this, but when it's this cold, I don't know if it's this cold or the fact that it's this cold and I've been drinking my tea, which I'm running out of. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so 3 umbrellas. We're good, right? So I did it without my walker. I walked to the first pole and back. I wanted to do the second pole, but I also knew that I had been hurting the day before, hence why I was drinking the Merlot Thursday night. But I had woken up Thursday and my left hip was killing me. So I knew that if we had went to town, I was going to hurt more. And I knew this, and I still did it. And how many did I just do? Hang tight, y'all. Let's see. Oh. I did the right number, but I forgot to chain 2 in my corner. Lovely. But I did it, and I am proud to say that, yes, I was sore. But I was like Thursday. When I woke up Friday, I wasn't hurting, but I was a little sore, you know. And I was no more sore after walking than I was before. So, yes, another so. Needless to say, it is Sunday. That was Friday. Yesterday, it was pouring down to where we would have gotten flooded if we had tried to walk yesterday. And she didn't mention it. I walk, before all of this, I walked every day. Every day. I think there was one day in 2.5 months that I did not walk. So I do want to walk every day, but I also don't want to inconvenience her, or because she had said that, you know, she would love to walk with me because it's good exercise, right? And, you know, she does her workout at home. But, all right, y'all, I think I'm done. My wrist is like, yep, no, you're done. But I don't know where I started. I'm going to show y'all just in case y'all can tell how far I've gotten. But look, it's already forming. the sleeve and the side. So we are getting somewhere. I'm so excited. Anyway, that is the biggest. No, I have two big things to share. So apparently, sorry, I know this is not the most attractive thing, and it might get cut out. I don't know. I don't want to lose my nose ring either. But, so that's an update on my lower half, my leg. And I do want to push it. Because see, what my original idea was, I was going to do 2 days of the first pole. Then try the second pole and see what that felt like. And if that was too much, I could do like a 1.5 pole, you know. I'm going to get myself back. There's the endorphins. You would think that walking 600 feet would not kick in anything, but I don't know that it kicked in any endorphins. I just know that I felt so accomplished that so then yesterday I did nothing. Actually, I did do something. I worked on my Fire and Ice Dragon Diamond painting, and I got a lot of that done. But I didn't bring it in here to show y'all, and I'm sorry. You know, I had so much other things that I wanted to show you. So this is where I'm going to insert the clip of doing this. So I had to share this with y'all. Now, this is my third one. Full disclaimer. But I had to see if it was going to work first. All right. This is the tool that I got sent. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. You know who you are. But this is the game changer that I thought it was going to be. So let me just show y'all. All right. So, yes, there might be a lot of so. Haha, no pun intended. But there might be a lot of so's in this video. My arm may block this, and if it does, I'm sorry. I just wanted to show y'all exactly the setup that is working right now. And I'm scared that if I try any other angle, it's not going to work. And it's really hard for me to adjust my tripod. Just letting you know. All right, so what I do is I keep my hand on this thing. But this guy right here, I do it with one hand. I slide it up. Now, there is some interfacing right here. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the edge of my fabric. So that's where I'm going to go, even though it looks like my fabric will be too high. But it won't. The fabric is actually going to be hitting, once I get it adjusted properly, it's going to be hitting right here at the bottom of this guide. Now, I'm so excited, y'all. All right. The only thing this right here is doing is just making sure everything's moving smoothly. Because why? Hold on, let me do my back stitch. And I'm glad I have all these liners to practice on. These are the probably they're probably, I think I had 30 left to do when all this went down, so look at there. Okay, and then I go flipping it. And I'm so excited because this is like perfect. This is exactly what I was thinking it was going to do for me. Because see, this piece right here is holding that down. So the only thing I have to do is line it up, and get going. Honestly, I wonder if that left arm is needed at all. It's starting to bunch up, and I know, but that's fine. It did it on the last two, and it's totally fine because it's not going to hurt my bag or anything. All right, let me see. This is kind of what I had to do the last time. Is just kind of pull it through. Move that a minute. Pull this through. Back in place. And like I said, I'm not worried about that back stitch. Oh, and it's not this because I don't have that at the tightest. I don't think. I might have. Still. And if y'all don't know what I just did, I had to, actually let me snip that because it always does that when I do that. I have to leave this opening to be able to turn my bag inside out so the liner is in the correct position. But look, y'all, look. This tool is doing exactly what I need it to. Honestly, you know what? I'm going to try this. Look out! Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm going to try this without my left. Look at that. With this tool, my left arm don't even need to be up here. Oh my stars. Okay. All right, I'm super excited. All right, I did try to do this a second ago. Oh, it didn't work the last time. I had to bring my little snips over here and snip it, but oh my stars. I'm so excited. Okay, I probably still will use my left arm up here just because I'm so used to having my left hand involved in my sewing. But the way it went back on that back stitch, that left arm being up here might be more of a hindrance. But this table, my little extension table that came with Bella, yeah, that is a big help. Okay, so between the extension and that, we are in business. Well, let me rephrase that. I don't know if I'm going to be making bags right now. That's going to be my goal this week. To try a bag. I don't know if I should try a bag in some scrap fabric that I could just have for me, you know, like, just in case it fails. I might do that. It is Sunday, so I have from now till next Sunday. Actually, no, I'm not going to put that. I'm not going to put that stress on myself. I'm going to wait. Do you? Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all knew this. This puppy is it's not magnetic on my table part, but it's magnetic on any part of the lower part of my machine. And I was all worried that it wasn't going to do it because this is plastic. Huh. All right. It must be the frame. Okay. Well, I'm not arguing because it helps. And let me tell you, side note, this is, I'm telling you, this is okay. I'm glad I have Bella. I haven't used Sassy Sally over there. But that's okay. But my thread broke because I had it sitting on top. And it's one of these, for some reason, that bobbin not bobbin, that spool does not do well on the top of my machine. I have to have a smaller one that works on top of my machine, but this one gets caught up on the underneath the spool, but on the thing here, and it snaps my thread, which it did earlier. And I was stressing, y'all, because I was like, how am I going to do this one-handed? But I was able to thread it, and then I was able to, you know, go through the things, and then I was able to use my handy-dandy little needle nose to get back there. And then, of course, I put it through the feeder, and then that threads it for me. So I'm not stressing it. We are in business. So thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, back to the video. Do you see why I got so excited? Y'all, I'm going to show you the stack of liners that I have to get through. Y'all see all these liners? Now, when I first went and got out of the hospital, my daughter-in-law came up here and she did like 5 of them, but she was so not confident in herself. And I'm looking at the 5 she did. They're perfect. I mean, there are some things that she can improve on, but to me, they're perfect. For one, she did it out of love for me. 2, she's improving every time she sits at my sewing machine. And I want that for her because it gives her some confidence that normally she only gets when she's doing our homesteading stuff, you know, whether it's the chickens or the cows or, you know, there was goats and pigs. There's not any goats and pigs now, but we are talking about maybe getting some, and don't come at me. This is me being 100%. We grow what we eat. We don't grow everything that we eat, but we grow a lot of the things we eat, and we are starting to raise what we eat. So, if you have a problem with that, I respect that. That's your opinion. That's your life. Live it, sweetheart, because I'm living mine. So, we had talked about some different breeds. We did venture in, and I say we loosely because I started doing it with them, but my son wanted Cooney Coons to breed to sell. And then they went out of fad, and so they couldn't get rid of theirs. But we want to focus more on meat pigs. So that's something that I will be spending this downtime between now and spring looking to. And we also have to get the area for the paddocks and the pens and stuff done. And of course, this has set me back. I can't be out there helping them. And I have one son that is gung-ho and another that's not. So it's not a whole lot that can get done if me and my daughter-in-law aren't a main factor in the physical work. Because my sons work the same job together. Which sometimes can include 50, 60 hours. Anyway, now. The reason I'm so excited about this, and I had to get back to that because I got sidetracked. Not necessarily. I was talking about my daughter-in-law's confidence levels. When we're doing stuff like that, she's feeling very accomplished. Well, there's not a whole lot of that in the wintertime, especially since we recently processed the cow. So the only thing she has to take care of right now are the chickens, which are not that hard the way that it's set up. We will be having meat chickens this year. Right now it's just laying hens, but we will be having meat chickens next year. And I'm kind of glad that right now with me being down that she only has chickens to deal with. I'm not going to lie. But this sewing helping me, it does give her a confidence boost. So she kind of got away from that, but my son has been sick and she's been helping take care of him. So it's more, I'm not demanding more time of her. So I'm tickled pink that I can get in here, and I'm going to hopefully knock a few more of these out today. It is about 11:30ish. I don't even know how long I've been talking to y'all. I looked over there, but I don't remember. But I'm excited because I'm ready. And I have some quilt ideas that I want to try out. The first one, when I'm very confident in my cutting, because like when I was cutting the reusable washcloths, if y'all want any, my website's linked below. Go let me know what you want. Anyway, yes, that's the same shameless plug. But doing that, I can kind of cut bigger. Yes, I'm wasting a little bit of fabric, but I can kind of cut a little bit bigger, so if my line's not perfectly straight with the one hand, it's okay. The bags, like I said in the clip when I was doing this, I may try a scrap bag. Otherwise, a bag that is just for me, just in case that it doesn't come out well. I don't need another project bag, y'all. I have plenty. But I want to see if I can get it made. Then, after I know whether I can do that, I want to try to cut some quilt blocks, because I still have my Midnight Butterflies that is going to be my hexagon fractured quilt. I'm so excited for that. So there's so many things going on in my brain. I have a list. I didn't bring it in here today, but I have a list. A little bitty steno pad, a baby, like a pocket version, with video ideas and project ideas and way more than I can go into in one video. So they're going to be divided into different videos. And I know I said that I was probably going to do more videos a week, and I need to. But like days like yesterday, when I don't want to do anything but sit there and diamond paint, I did start this. Actually, I started this Friday. But I can't get a whole lot done on that before, either my wrist or my shoulder is just like, yeah, no, you're done. So I did do some of this yesterday morning, because I find if I start it in the morning, I don't wear out as fast. And I think it's just because it takes a while for everything to get moving and lubed up and, ready to go. So I have been working on that. And in the meantime, I'm just jotting down ideas and stuff. So if I don't feel like getting in front of the camera, it's not because I don't want to hang with y'all. That is so not the reason. Some days I don't feel like I want to bring you down with me, So yesterday was a chill day. It was raining like cats and dogs. Now, it has rained a little bit this morning, and I'm getting kind of nervous because my plan was for us to go get our Christmas tree today. Because my sons, we do Christmas tree, going to get our Christmas tree every year as a family, even though my son and daughter-in-law do the artificial tree now. I'm still trying to talk my husband into that. I haven't sold him on it yet. But anyway, so we still do it all as a group. And with the boys working so much, it's dark by the time they get home. So for us to all load up and get together and go to the Christmas tree farm, it's dark. You can't get a tree in the dark. So originally it was my idea to do it this weekend. But it's rained all weekend. And then it said it was supposed to be sunny today. Y'all, I'm looking out here. And if I could flip you, I would. There's no sun. It's foggy, dreary, and still got water dripping off my house onto my AC unit. Which I might need to pull that out. But as soon as I pull that out, y'all, it's going to have an 85-degree day to where I'm going to regret it. So you know what I might do? I don't want to... I was about to say I could take a piece of cardboard and tape it there to kind of insulate it. But then it'll kill my view. And if I'm going to be in here doing this, I want my view. So, maybe not. Maybe I'll just wear warm clothes and bring that heater in here. But I did want to go get my Christmas tree today. And if I can't get it today, it'll be next weekend. Which next weekend is the 13th and 14th. So not horrible. That'll give me 12 days of having my tree up before Christmas. Which isn't bad. It's not horrible. Maybe it'll put me in the Christmas spirit. Because y'all, I have not been in it. I've been ordering things off Amazon, of all things, from my family's list. Because, you know, there's 5 other people. My husband doesn't have an Amazon list. My one son does. My daughter-in-law, she has made one for my son with her, and then my grandson. So there's 3. There's 4. So I have 4 lists that I can go by. And then with my husband, I don't know yet, y'all. I did mess up his Georgia Bulldog metal tumbler. I put it in the dishwasher. Actually, I didn't put it. I told my daughter-in-law to put it in the dishwasher. But this was not long after I got out of the hospital, so I wasn't thinking straight, and it ruined it. And it makes me mad because I've not been able to find one that looks like it. I will. It might not be for his birthday. I mean, it might not be for his Christmas present, but I might do it for Father's Day or his birthday in May, you know. As long as I can find another one similar, I'll be happy. But he really didn't use it much. I did. That's why I had it that day. Because I had made me some tea and put in it. No, it wasn't tea. My bad. What was it? I want to say it was tea. Yeah. I thought that the other day that was the first time I'd made tea, but you know what? I might be wrong. Because I seem to remember it was tea. There's no way it was tea. It wasn't tea. I don't quite know what it was. Because usually I have my sparkling ice little bottles. I don't know. It was something that I put in that. Or I had them put in for me. I don't know. Anyway. I'm not feeling the Christmas spirit yet, y'all. So, I'm hoping that getting a tree, even though we wouldn't be able to put it up today, because it would be soaking wet, you know. We would have to put it out under my carport and kind of, we could put it in its stand and stand it up so it could fluff back out. Put water in the stand and all so that it doesn't dry out that way. But it would be able to dry out surface-wise so that we could bring it to the house. We might do that. If it does not start to rain. I haven't talked to my daughter-in-law and told them what time. I told my other son that I wanted to do it around 3 or 4-ish. So we have a few more hours before that so I can get some of this stuff done. But yeah. What do you do when when you're not in the spirit yet? Every year this gets worse. This year's probably the worst right now, but it's probably because the physical situation that I'm in. But I'm going to get off here. And if I decide to show y'all the video that I have recorded over the thing that I wasn't sure if I wanted to do, because I'm not a bandwagon person, but I do have opinions on this particular thing. So I may just show that Thursday. I may put that up. So, you know, keep your peepers open for Thursday. I am going to see if I can't get it done. And I mean, it's done, but I just need to send it to my son for him to edit and make sure that I want to do that one. And if not, I need to video something Wednesday, which, like I said, I have that list of ideas, so there's plenty for me to work on. And then I could show y'all my updated progress, or I could save that for Monday. I don't know, but anyway, thank you for being here. And if you do want to share your YouTube recaps, you can put it on my community post. You can leave it in the comment of my video. You can even comment to my recap post that's on my community tab. However you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, if you just want to say it, if you don't, that's cool. It's just interesting because you have so many different tastes. Even though y'all do like fiber arts and that content, it's interesting to see what other things people are interested in. That's why I share about, you know, what I've been watching. There's nothing to hide from it. It's just, you know, I think it's interesting that most of mine, actually all of mine, are fiber content, whether it's yarn or fabric. It doesn't matter. That's just what I'm wanting to watch. Well, that's what it's showing me. Now, like I said, lately it's been a lot more, and I need to go get me some more tea because I am out. But I have it sitting on my one of my reusable paper towels, and this fabric is the one that I got from work. This particular one is not. This is from what Tina sent me way back when, I think it was either right as we were closing Joann's or right before we closed. Because I had gotten some for the channel, for the website, and I had expressed how much I loved that fabric. So she sent me some to make me some to keep for myself, because I had made the comment that I was going to make them for orders, but not for me. So now I have a set for me. And I love using them. In fact, the other day when I got the sugar on my cutting pad, my cutting mat, I was like, you know what? I need to bring a paper towel in here. So the next video, I brought my paper towel with me. And it's been sitting there. So thank you, Tina. I'm still getting good use out of them. Anyway, I hope today that you find you some joy and that you can hold on to it in whatever form it comes in. It does not have to be anything fiber related. Usually it is, but it doesn't always. So I will see you Thursday, regardless of what I decide to put up. Okay? I will see you then. Bye.